Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. Today we will explore a fascinating topic relevant to everyone, Stoicism and happiness. How can an ancient philosophy like Stoicism help us find lasting happiness in the modern world? Let's find out together on this exciting journey. Fundamentals of Stoicism. We begin our exploration by diving into the origins of Stoicism. Originating in ancient Greece and later developed in ancient Rome, this philosophy has stood the test of time and remains relevant in the modern world. One of the fundamental pillars of Stoicism is the search and cultivation of virtue. The Stoics believe that true happiness and well-being come from living a life of virtue, which involves acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control in all circumstances. The Stoics also taught the importance of living in accordance with nature, which means accepting the natural order of the universe and living in harmony with it. This involves recognizing that there are things that are beyond our control and learning to adapt and accept them with serenity. Another key teaching of Stoicism is the idea of indifference to external things, that is, not worrying about things we cannot control, such as wealth, social status, or public recognition. Instead, the Stoics emphasize the importance of cultivating virtue and inner wisdom as the true sources of happiness and well-being. Importantly, the Stoic idea of apathy does not mean a lack of emotions or complete indifference, but rather a state of emotional balance and inner serenity. The Stoics believed in the importance of recognizing and experiencing emotions appropriately, without being carried away by them or allowing them to dictate our actions. Despite being developed over 2 millennia ago, its teachings remain applicable and can provide us with guidance and wisdom on our journey toward a fuller, more meaningful life. The pursuit of happiness in the modern era. In modern society, the pursuit of happiness has taken different forms and meanings. We find ourselves immersed in a culture that promotes the idea that happiness is intrinsically linked to external success, the accumulation of material wealth, social recognition, and instant satisfaction. These notions are constantly reinforced through the media, advertising, and social networks, creating relentless pressure to achieve a standard of happiness based on achievements and possessions. However, despite our efforts to achieve these ideals, many of us experience a persistent sense of dissatisfaction. We discover that the happiness we pursue abroad is ephemeral and fleeting. Once we achieve a goal or acquire a material good, we quickly adapt to it and look for the next goal or possession that promises us happiness. This endless cycle of desire and gratification leaves us trapped in a state of chronic dissatisfaction and constant searching. Furthermore, modern culture tends to associate happiness with the absence of pain and suffering. We are taught to avoid pain at all costs and to constantly seek pleasure and comfort. However, this aversion to suffering prevents us from developing the emotional resilience necessary to face life's challenges constructively. As a result, we find ourselves avoiding difficult situations and constantly seeking instant gratification, leaving us vulnerable to the slightest adversity. Modern society has instilled in us a superficial conception of happiness, based on external success and instant gratification. However, this external search for happiness leaves us unsatisfied and makes us vulnerable to adversity. It is in this context that Stoicism offers an alternative and deeply meaningful perspective on how to achieve lasting happiness. In the following sections, we will explore how Stoic principles can transform our understanding of happiness and lead us to a more fulfilling and satisfying life. The Stoic approach to achieving happiness. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of cultivating virtue as a means to achieving lasting happiness. The Stoics believe that virtue, particularly wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation, was the key to living an ethical and fulfilling life. By focusing on developing these virtues in our daily actions and decisions, we can find a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. Another cornerstone of Stoicism is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics taught us to appreciate the blessings we have in our lives instead of lamenting what we lack. By adopting an attitude of gratitude toward the little things, such as health, love, and friendship, we can cultivate a sense of abundance and contentment that contributes greatly to our overall happiness. A crucial part of the Stoic approach to achieving happiness is learning to accept adversity as an inevitable part of life. The Stoics believed in the idea of amor fati, or love of destiny, which involves embracing everything that happens to us with acceptance and serenity. By changing our perception of difficulties and challenges as opportunities for growth and strength, we can find inner peace and resilience even in the most difficult times. The Stoics advocated living in accordance with nature, which means aligning ourselves with the natural order of the universe and accepting our place in it. This involves recognizing the impermanence of all things and finding serenity in the midst of constant change. By freeing ourselves from our irrational expectations and learning to flow with the flow of life, we can experience greater inner harmony and balance. Stoicism urges us to focus on what we can control and stop worrying about what is outside our control. This means cultivating a mindset of acceptance and adaptation, and learning to let go of unnecessary worries about the future. By focusing on our actions and attitudes in the present, we can find a sense of empowerment and freedom that contributes to our overall happiness. Stoic practices for lasting happiness. These techniques are designed to promote emotional resilience, mental balance, and gratitude, fundamental aspects of achieving authentic and lasting happiness. Morning meditation. We will begin our day with a Stoic meditation practice. This technique involves spending a few minutes each morning to reflect on our values, goals, and actions of the day. It allows us to set a positive intention for the day and cultivate the mental clarity and inner serenity necessary to face the challenges that may arise. Reflection on virtue. Throughout the day, we will stop occasionally to reflect on our actions and decisions from a Stoic perspective. We will ask ourselves if our actions are aligned with our values and if we are acting with virtue. This practice helps us cultivate the self-awareness and self-discipline necessary to live a coherent and meaningful life. Gratitude Journal. We will keep a gratitude journal where we will write down 3 things we are grateful for each day. This practice helps us train our minds to focus on the positive and cultivate a sense of appreciation for the little things in life. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we can experience a greater sense of satisfaction and well-being. Visualization of adversities. We will practice adversity visualization, a Stoic technique that involves imagining difficult situations and thinking about how we could face them with calm and determination. This practice prepares us mentally for future challenges and helps us develop emotional resilience in the face of adversity. By learning to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, we can face them with courage and determination. Acceptance of the inevitable. Finally, we will practice accepting the inevitable, one of the fundamental principles of Stoicism. We will learn to accept the things we cannot change and focus our energy on those we can control, our actions, attitudes, and values. This practice helps us free ourselves from unnecessary suffering caused by resisting reality and allows us to find inner peace and serenity in any circumstance. Stoicism offers a practical and philosophical approach to achieving lasting happiness in a world full of uncertainty and change. By learning to cultivate virtue, accept what we cannot control, and find inner tranquility, we can discover authentic, enduring joy that transcends external circumstances. So start your Stoic journey today.